Ever tried using one of those proven copywriting templates, only to read it back and realize you sound like a late-night infomercial? You plug in your product, hit publish, and watch the engagement flatline. Look at the exact same product pitched two ways. On the left, the copy-paste template. On the right, the message adapts to how the reader consumes content. The left fails because it ignores two crucial variables: the reader's psychological state and the platform's culture. Formulas act as cognitive architectures, mapping your message directly onto the ways the human brain processes information and makes decisions. These aren't new digital hacks. They are psychological blueprints that have survived every major media shift, from print newspapers to TikTok. To make these frameworks work for you, you have to diagnose your audience's current level of awareness first, and then shape that message to fit the specific culture of the platform you're posting on. Copy-pasting the exact same text everywhere is efficient, but it kills relevance. High conversions require the upfront friction of actually understanding your audience deeply before you ever type a single word. The first step is diagnosing the reader's awareness level. Are they unaware they even have a problem, or are they acutely aware of their pain? If they're unaware, you use AIDA: attention, interest, desire, action. This engine is built entirely on future pacing and aspiration. Deploy AIDA when you need to educate an audience and paint a clear, desirable picture of what their life could look like with your solution. The trade-off is that AIDA requires a longer attention span. Trying to build slow desire for an audience already searching for a quick fix will just frustrate them. For that active pain, you shift to PASS: problem, agitate, solve. This structure leverages urgency to offer immediate relief to someone who knows they are stuck. But PASS carries a severe risk. If you agitate a pain point that the audience doesn't actually feel, you immediately sound manipulative. Choosing between AIDA and PAS isn't a matter of your writing style. It is a strict diagnosis of whether your target reader is motivated by future desire or present discomfort. Once you know their awareness level, you apply the next filter. Is your audience making a personal lifestyle choice or a logic-driven business decision? For consumers, the BAB formula, before, after, bridge, is an effective transformation narrative. It maps out their current state, shows them an ideal future, and positions your product as the bridge. BAB thrives on social media because it relies on visual, emotional storytelling. Humans are wired to seek improvement, and this narrative structure delivers that instantly. Apply that emotional story to a purchasing committee, and it falls apart. Enterprise buyers need hard data. That is where you bring in the 4 Ps: promise, picture, proof, push. This heavy artillery is built specifically for high-ticket sales, leaning heavily on the proof component. The 4 Ps framework systematically dismantles skepticism. It backs up every claim with case studies, data points, and undeniable evidence. The catch is that the 4 Ps requires significant existing collateral. It's also far too dense to work effectively in a rapid, endless social media scroll. Consumer copy converts by selling an aspirational vision. High-ticket enterprise copy converts by methodically eliminating risk. The final variable is the environment itself. The digital platform you are posting on dictates exactly how your formula has to be formatted. Users on LinkedIn and Instagram are willing to stop and read. Users on TikTok and Reels expect the video to do the heavy lifting, while the text gets out of the way. A multi-paragraph story builds deep thought leadership on LinkedIn. Paste that exact text onto TikTok and it covers the screen, ruining the visual and your retention. You also have to navigate mechanical rules. On Facebook, you need the call to action link at the very top before they scroll past. On LinkedIn, putting a link in the main post actively penalizes your reach. This is where AI tools come in handy. Instead of asking for a generic draft, you can use these exact formulas as strict containers for your prompts, forcing the AI to output a specific structure. But AI has a trade-off. It provides a highly usable structural draft, but often hallucinates proof and over-agitates pain points. It heavily requires human editing. Even the most perfectly diagnosed psychological formula will fail if it violates the behavioral and cultural norms of the platform it lives on. Once you master the individual frameworks, you can start formula stacking. Elite copywriters rarely rely on a single structure from top to bottom. You might grab attention with a PAS hook. transition into establishing logical value with feature-benefit bullet points, and finally close the sale using a 4Ps push. Map audience state against platform culture to reveal a clear matrix of winning approaches. If you are a time-poor creator maintaining a presence across multiple channels, simplify. Look at the universal 3 Cs: hook, context, and call to action. Avoid complex frameworks. Rely on the 3 Cs, focusing your energy strictly on adjusting hooks and CTAs to match the specific platform. But if you are a high-ticket seller or conversion optimizer, your strategy changes entirely. You must trade brevity for depth. Converting cold, highly skeptical traffic into high-dollar enterprise clients requires complex, comprehensive, long-form structural proof. Relying strictly on formula mechanics without genuine empathy results in robotic, low-converting copy. The structure only works if it houses a real understanding of the person behind the screen. The right formula gets the audience to read, but an authentic understanding of their specific dilemma is what gets them to buy. Use the maps, but never lose your human voice.